Alright, is that better? Can you guys hear me now? Alright, is that better? Can you guys hear me now? Alright, perfect. Alright, so looks like we came back into this channel here, and in my eyes doesn't look bullish at all yet. We're starting to come down. We'll probably come up overnight, retest this area of the channel as resistance, as well as this, and then you have all this over here too, right? We're below this. So now that we're below this, I mean, I think we test this as resistance and we go down again. Just the matter of the fact is, how far are we gonna go down? So, since this Gartley pattern, it's actually still legit, but it can go to the 1618, which would be scary. And it would be down here. So we do have this pattern forming that $390 ETH, man. Oof. Let's go to an older chart and see what we can find here. Four digit, that'd be great, right? I mean, if we break that last low, I don't think 400 is unrealistic. The 390 area. I think if we wick down into that, like if we had something crazy where we just wicked, something happened with Sam and a bunch of shit fell through, like I think we could wick down there. But right now, I mean, we're still kind of range bound for the most part. We're gonna see what happens. We're still in this range, and for ETH at least. I mean, we could just trade in this range for a little bit longer too. We have a nasty 3-day bearish divergence still playing out here. We're below the 50 on the 3-day. The weekly, we're still below it. The daily, we're way below it now. So I want to see some type of at least deviation if we're going to get some type of move. What's good? What's good? So yeah, I mean, right now I'm just kind of chilling. I don't really see anything like on Bitcoin and ETH that looks good yet. This is going to be crazy because you're still going to have a bullish divergence on here probably. Oh fuck, what did I do? I mean, this thing's still on the daily. It's still a hidden bullish divergence, anything above this area right here. See if we get a 1.13 extension right here. Yeah, if we get a 1.13 extension at this, I don't think that would be a bad shot to take at Doge here. Yeah, I would bid that if we came down here. Most likely. I don't know if it's like a forever trade, but you definitely would probably get a reaction off this where you could take a small trade. But that's a pretty big pattern, so you might get something off that. You might get like an Elon tweet or something, who knows. I was being an idiot up long and up here. But we made it out alive. We made some profit on it. We got in at 114, like right about here. We wrote it up. We took profit around 145, which is right here. And then we watched the rest just slowly go down till stop out, break even, which is where we entered here. So still a profitable trade, but at the same time, I thought it was going to go higher. I thought it was going to come all the way up here. So didn't happen. We're not looking bad on these time frames for like divergence wise. I mean, we go to the daily, get a little bit lower, it'll probably show you a nice divergence here. The RSI, you can watch for a break of the RSI here. Until then, maybe dip a little bit more, and then maybe get into Doge here for a long. But I would want to see it come down to this area right here and test this. It's a little bit farther. That's pretty close to the 886 too. So the 886 is like right here. So try to probably scale in between that. Get some cheeky bids right in that zone. If we get it. A little bit lower. Down, down, down. We have a 1 point. So this, I don't think has any patterns that I see on it, at least. We might have one right here actually, which I did not see earlier actually. But this is also part of the Solana ecosystem, so it's like, do we bid it, do we not? And if so, we need a little bit lower. We need at least the 1272. 1414. And then you can get even down to the 1618 here. So those would be some levels I would look at for some longs here. We're way below the MAs here. We're gonna be way below them on anything. It looks like we came up and retested it, tapped it, just nuked. So that's what I'd be looking for, something down here. I think we had a massive one, if I'm not mistaken, too, but I need an older chart, I think, to kind of see it. GRT just coming down and retesting this as resistance, one of its levels I had. It's just completely nuked off that trend line, right? I think Phantom did the same thing. And these can extend. I mean, this could go down to the 1414, which is right where we're at. Oh, could you imagine if we hit just a cipher here and we just brought it all the way back up? Was I being biased with my trend line here too? It looks like it. Yeah, so you got this little wedge forming on GRT and a potential cipher forming. This doesn't look terrible, man, but at the same time, it all depends on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything else. But if it doesn't nuke past this, I mean, probably pretty Gucci on GRT. But we go lower than this, I mean, this invalidates this pattern because this has to be a 1.414, 618, takes you up to the 786 for a cipher. So that's what it would look like. 1.414, you got a 618 here, you have a 786 here, you have a almost 1272 right here. So let's see if there's any type of bullish pattern formation here that completed down here. You would need a 786 right here. So yeah, this would be like a 786, and you would need this to go to the 1272 or 1414, which almost completed. So this would need to hold. This can extend down to here. Right around 5 cents, but if this holds right around there, that is a completed harmonic pattern here into a potential harmonic pattern here, with a move at least up into the top of this. At least a B, you would think. Which is probably a substantial fucking move. I don't feel like long anything yet, but it's a 50% move. That's a big move. Yep. I mean, look at that. The daily MA is hidden though. It's just kind of like backtesting that breakout on the daily, which is nuts. So I think it still could go lower. Let's say we go from here to here. I mean, it broke past that, so I mean, I don't like that. No. That's the 7. So that's a 1618 with a 786 here. I don't know if I like it though. It's almost like a perfect 786 though, with the 1618 extension. So yeah, I mean, that was a good spot on Doge, to be honest. Oh, there's a lot of divergences here too. It'd be nuts if this was the bottom on Doge. Where'd we end up? Right there. That's a big support, but I feel like we could still go down in this box. For spot, I don't think it's too bad. You can add if it dips. I'm slowly starting to add. This is where I like to buy. Let's see what happens with CPI print and everything. I mean, that's not too far of a difference. I mean, 10%, man, that's not terrible if you're buying spot for the type of upside this thing would have if Elon actually did something with it. The dollar still looks like it's starting to weaken a little bit too. We just need to break out of this. I mean, we found support right now. But the crazy part about the dollar is right now, let me get rid of all these fucking lines. As your foreman, finally. In the lower low. So you have a high, you have a low, you have a lower high, you have a lower low, you have a lower high, and you have a lower low. Now what we need to do is come up, maybe form a lower high again, and come back and form a lower low. And if you do that and you form one more lower low and you're on the opposite side of this and you break down from this, this is when you see the big breakout, the big crypto pump, if we break down from this DXY. So this is the trend line that we have to watch. We'll start to see a pump because we're breaking down from this parabolic trend. We're starting to form those lower lows and lower highs, which is good for a bullish case. You could definitely have a little bit of fun in here for a bullish case if we did break down. Try to come down here, maybe tap, find some support down here. On the weekly, yeah, that's a pretty good area right about there. So that's what you'd look for. That's what we would want. We'd want to break down at this. We still have this completed bat pattern here. That pretty much called the top on the dollar for now. But you can't really call the top yet. You want to see some type of reaction where this thing breaks down. Because very much as this harmonic could be here, it could still chop for a while and you see crypto nuke. You could see one more pump of this thing all the way up here, and then you do it, and that would send us way lower with a big pump like this on the dollar. So below 115 is good. I think this harmonic might play out. It'd be nice if it did, but we want to see that break of this first. It's possible, man. We could definitely get a bullish print to bail them out. The government loves them. And he's partnering with like the World Economic Forum, so I mean, what can you do there? He's gonna get bailed out by them or somebody. Oof. Phantom just broke these fucking lows. And we're just chilling below it right now. I think this one was good. Yeah, see, I didn't like this. This makes a lot of sense. This 102 is not a number. 1.13 is a better number. We pretty much got a 1.13. So this would be more of a legit pattern if we did bottom. You'd have that 1.13 here, which is pretty much right here. Yeah, which is right there. And I would want to see a reclaim of these levels to kind of confirm that we're back in that range. So give me a pump up into this and test it at support. then we might get that pump a little bit higher. But in the meantime, we're back testing as resistance. So it is not support anymore, it is resistance. It was support right here. We found support here, we pumped out of it, we reclaimed, you can actually see how we retested the range right here. You see how we dropped out of it right here. And then we pumped back into this range of this low. Then we retested the range low, which was right here. Found support here, and then we went. So I want to see a reclaim of this. I'm going to set an alert here. I do like Phantom. If we can pump through that, good. If not, this is going to just back test this resistance and just nuke farther down. I don't even want to look at FTT. GRT we already went over. Forgot that we had this. Is this a 1618 here too? We do have a 1618. I forgot we had this pattern as well. So if we have the 1618 here, if this ends up being, I don't know why this isn't brought down all the way. If this ends up being a 1.414 or 1272, I think it was. This pattern is not legit. That pattern here would be legit. So 1272 with the 1618. It doesn't look bad, man. We gotta see some type of bullish case here with the CPI print for this to happen. But I mean, fuck. If this plays out, I mean, this would be a good buy. So we have both of those. I think we saw another one over here too. Like we had a, yeah. I mean, not bad. This doesn't look bad. I like GRT. I nibbled some spot. Maddox probably still going on a run. It's not. Oh wow, hold on, it tested the trend line. See, I didn't think it was gonna go all the way down here. It was a good trade on a short I had. But we're still in this channel, man. Let me just make this a little bit more clear for you. With the channel that I see on Atom here, or Matic. This channel's clear as day. So we're still trading in this channel. Let's see if I can get it to fit a little better without. Yeah, see, I want these to line up on the top here. And the bottom two should line up. Yeah, look at that. We're just trading in this channel automatic. Just up, touch the tops, down, touch the support, up. So we're at the bottom of the channel right now. I bet you if you zoom in here, you can actually see the rejection on the midpoint of the channel. You can. So you see how we drop below the red line here, the midpoint, testing, testing, testing. As resistance, we drop down to the bottom of the channel here. So, Matic looks strong. We could get another push up to maybe the B point. This area right here. again, but Matic's a strong coin. It really is. And then if we have a massive bear case, I don't think we 1618, it's close. The 1618 was probably right. Yeah, so it did touch the 1618. So this would be the massive bear case if we broke below this, because this would be a bear flag. It's still a bear flag. If we go up and touch the channel, that's fine, but if we do break below this, we'll have the same thing that we've seen on Solana. Solana did the same thing. Solana had a channel just like this. It had a B point just like this. We broke below the channel here. We come up, we got in, we came back down, we rejected. That's when we called it out, and then it just nuked to the targets. So that's something to watch out for. And this Gartley would still play out. This is a bearish Gartley that is completed, which is one of the most bearish. You look at the reaction you got off of it. And then if you come out and you break out of the bear flag, you lose this support right here, then it's over. You have 39-cent Matic. All right, so Mask is one to buy. Mask is one to watch too. So we had a 786, looks like a 618 or 786 reversal almost, 707 reversal. So we got a 707 fib reversal. I posted this up here. I said this is the reversal zone that you're gonna need for a push up to D. So Mask is one to watch. I would like Mask to, I would feel safer getting in down here. But Mask is a good coin. It is. They just partnered. Have some good partners coming up, and I could see a push up to this 1272, which is around $8. So this is a coin on my radar that I want to keep my eye on, because if we do get another pump up, Mask is probably going to be one of those strong movers. Come on, there we go. So yeah, I hit the 786 actually. That's not bad. With a 786 pullback, we're retesting that. I would love to get it at the 886, like right around here. If I can get it, these are actually a little off now that I look at it. We want these to be right. Let's do a little inspection here. There we go. Now they're at the swing low. So yeah, if we can get into this zone, this is definitely a long zone right here. But we might only get up to that 786, which you square up with the bottom here, which is actually not a bad move because you're still keeping a hidden bullish divergence, I bet, if you look at it on the 4 hour. So you still have this hidden bullish divergence. So anything above this would be invalidation right below here. So that's what you would look for an invalidation of your hidden bullish divergence. You could you would place your stop loss below that if you want to keep the hidden bullish divergence here, but you also have one all the way down here too. So you're just trying to take a swing out of here. If we do turn bullish, mask will be one to watch. Because this is a pretty big hidden bullish divergence, and you have a 3-part hidden bullish divergence here. You have 1, so you're gonna have like 1, 2, 3 hidden bullish divergence. If this plays out, it could really send. You can see it over here. 1, 2, 3. Would look something like that for a hidden bullish divergence. That'd be a crazy play here though, if we got that. Fucking Solana just goes to shit, and then we just hit a 707 fib up to the 1272. Hidden bullish divergence, and the 1272 of the harmonic pattern lines up perfectly with the daily resistance over here. The 1414 and the 1618 also line up with some good resistance, but you wouldn't want to risk it. You'd want to just take this thing right up to this first resistance that you see here. You might have like some lower time frame harmonics here too, but I don't think I really see any, or more larger time frame too, but see, this is the numbers just don't work here. You can mark some just resistance levels out on the way. But you can also do that with just your fib. If that was the bottom, your 618, your 786. So the 618 lines up right with the top of this range. 786 is another take profit you could get out, scale some out, lines up perfect with the over there. So we'll see what happens with mask here. I like it. I'm gonna throw some shekels at it, just spot and see what happens. If it goes lower, I'm gonna probably add to the spot because I think this is one of the first coins that would be able to go to fucking $6, $8 first. One of the first movers, to be honest. Yeah, look at that. We just completed this Gartley and just nuked from it. 786, really close. I think you get the 707 fib. The power of the Gartleys. Look at this though. The breakout traders got fucked here. You have this little triangle. And I see this happen all the time. You get a breakout, you retest, people are like, oh, to the fucking moon. And then you hit the 886 that's right here, and you just nuke it. So I bet you that's exactly what, well, we probably hit like the 786 or something like that. So you go up, you go down, you come back up, hit the 707, and you just nuked it. Is this the 886 down here? Very close. Not bad. You also hit those 1618 from here. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here. Could just not get past this. But if you hold this level here, you're good. Yeah, mask would be actually disgusting. That's why I'm spending so much time on this. It looks good. I mean, it could take time, and it definitely can still go lower, but it's one I want to keep my eye on because it's been moving well, and they just had a pretty big partnership. So look at that. Looks like Meta came down and it's at the 786 fib right now. So I was trying to find some support at the 786. I feel like the 886 would be a bottom, but it's reacting to the fib right now. You can actually see how it's respected them for the most part. It's chilling on top of this one, you lose that one. You chilled on top of this one, you lost it. Now you're trying to find support on this 786 here. This 786 to 886 is the deep retrace zone where you see stuff reverse a lot in this zone. It's where you'll see a lot of assets reverse. That's what you want to see though. You want to see Meta hitting this type of shit while Mask is also doing it. Be comfortable with some spot in it. What is this level that I had marked when near that it hit fucking perfectly? What is this? Why do I have $2 marked? Where did that come from? I know where it came from. Wow, it nailed that perfectly, didn't it? One, 2, 7, 2, fib level. knew that shit was coming too. This is the 1414, right? That's probably why I have it here. Yep, 1414. Wow, it nailed that absolutely perfectly. I wasn't even paying attention. Nice. Alright, so near has a bullish pattern, but we can extend lower. The 1414. I might as well mark out the 1618 just to be safe. 87 cents. I don't see why we couldn't get a small bounce before continuing the nuke if we're going to continue to nuke. But we're already getting a little, just trying to find support at it. So we'll see what happens. OP. Looks like we came up and tested that B point again, and we just rejected off of it. That would have been a nice short. So we did hit this bullish harmonic pattern right at this 786 here. We did dip a little bit below it, but then we ultimately came back up and we found support right around it, right between that 786 and that 886 zone that I was talking about, the potential reversal zone. So you could have fibbed from low to high here, and you could look over here between that 786 and that 886, pretty much where I have the screen, and that's where we reversed, right in between those. And right now it's finding support on that fib, and it does have this bullish pattern. So usually on the first try, when you have a macro harmonic pattern like this, you will come up, you'll test that B point, you'll find it as resistance like we did, and then you might come up, you might do it again, and it's a range, or you come up and then you reclaim it, and once you reclaim this and hold it as support, usually is when you'll push up to this next level over here, the top of these candlesticks. And if you can fib that too, from high to low, to find some of your targets. And it looks like we came right up to that 0.5. Almost to that 0.5 and got rejected at it. And then right up here, you would look at how this lines up, right around that 786, your 618 and your 786. So we'll see what happens. It'll probably have a bullish divergence on here, hidden bullish divergence that we're building. You have RSI that broke out here. You can actually see the RSI here. I wonder if you can actually do this. I bet you it's a cipher. Give me a 786. I didn't even know you can do that. You have a cipher right now on the RSI. Yeah, it looked like one. I wonder if the price has one. I don't think so. This doesn't look. 1618. So is this the 886? Almost the 886. So that would be the 886, which is pretty fucking close. You have a shark here. 886 is actually down here. So that's a shark pattern. If you hit right here, that would be a completed bullish shark. Which, wow, probably lines up right at the 786 of the bigger harmonic almost. Yeah, so that zone right here, right above 70 cents to 75 cents would be good. If we can get one more little drop right into that, I might take a stab at this. I don't see why you wouldn't, because that's all that would be doing is breaking out of this massive harmonic, going up, testing, finding some resistance, coming back down, testing this area as support right at the finish of the harmonic, and then going. It depends what the CPI is, man. Stuff looks like it wants to come down a little bit more first. I think maybe a little bit more. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I'm gonna watch OP because this thing can fucking moon. So OP, I'm gonna grab my notebook actually. And we are going to write these down. So OP has a hidden bullish divergence. We'll write down OP, we like mask, mask and OP we like so far. They have held structure well, they still look pretty bullish. Render was one I wanted to keep an eye on. Render, one of my trades hit on this, the small one over here. The second one did not. So now we look and see. We might have a shark here as well. I don't think so. I don't think this is good. And that's not good. So no. No pattern here for me. Don't like it. But we might have a hidden bullish divergence for now. Anything above... let's go with the daily. If we can hold above this, we could have a hidden bull. Looks like we have a trend line going on right about here. So we did come down, we did test the trend line. So that's anything below that is invalidation. Anything below that trend line. $786. Look at that. You have a Gartley here. And you would have shorted at 786. Your stop loss would have been above this X right here. And you would have been in massive profit because it never stopped you out. Your entry would have been here though. So you would have been in the dirt for a little bit. Entry. Stop loss. mad profit target would have been at the bottom of these candlesticks on the daily. So now the key is, do we hold the trend line? Because if you got in close to the trend line, this could have been a very easy risk to reward trade. You could have literally, if we saw it, if we streamed a little earlier, we could have probably got in like right here. And you could have maybe made some targets a little higher, or just took some profit just to have a risk-free trade here. But like that 0.5 maybe. But I don't even know if I would do that right now. I would look for like a 236 to get out to start with, something like that. See if you can get up to the top of that range. So like a 5-to-1 risk to reward trade. That's still a 40% pump. Am I reading that right? 40%. Wow, up to the 0.5 is almost 100% pump on render. That's crazy. Imagine we did go to the 1618. $300%. If that held. I don't think that's what a bottom looks like though. Maybe some accumulation, but I feel like before a big move like that, you would get some fucking breakdown, reclaim, go. Q&T is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Bearish harmonic pattern. So far, so good. We are dropping from it. We are below the B point. We might test it as resistance, and we might come all the way back down to a buy zone. I'm actually going to update on Twitter with Q&T. Called the top on this one. We're going to see if there's any bullish patterns that we can find. Right here. Update on Q&T. So we called the top on that when it was at like 201. I actually had the pattern already placed at 224. We hit 224. We called the top right here. So like still in the same daily candlestick. And then ever since then, it's just been days of grinding down. So we got out of that. What up, Marcos? So we got out of Q&T. It's a long-term bag that I want. So we're going to look for some buybacks here. This also doesn't look good. It looks like we have a trend line here that is breaking down. I might be wrong. It might be holding it, but it looks like, I guess you could say that's holding it. So what do we have? Do we have a channel here? Are we looking at a channel? Because because we could potentially be in a channel where it looks something like this, and then we can just drag this up to the top, and then look at that midpoint, got respected here hard. So let's just line those up. I mean, it probably, I don't want to drag it any farther, it looks weird. But let's just line it up like that. I mean, that's what we're working with right now. It's the channel we have. You can even see here, just touch it a little bit, get a nice little candle, and then we break below. Come up, you test it, it's resistant. So we are in a channel. Same thing then with this. We could probably maybe play a harmonic pattern here. 6-5. So let me check and see if this is, do we have a 0.5 here? You have almost a 786. That's a 786. You could get, if we turn bearish, something like this again, which would be a dream for QNT for me. But, I mean, honestly, you could just see something like this play out. Come back up, maybe test this red line, and then if we eventually break down, the 786 would be probably a good buy zone, that 786 and the 886. So those two would be good, because if you see the 786, how it lines up on top of all this over here, so you want to see if the harmonic pattern lines up with the chart at support, and that looks like a pretty good support, and this looks like the bottom of it, and you have the 886 here right at this support too. So that lines up well. I would love QNT down here. If we did anything like this, we would need at least a pump up to here though, right around the 382. So if we got something like that without breaking down first, then this pattern would complete. See something like maybe like that, buy. But I mean, this thing could be bullish as fuck, and you probably have a pattern that's printing this direction now. So I like QNT, but we're gonna see what happens here. What is this? This is a 618. Do you have a 618 here? Pretty much a 618. So 786, I think I already had it marked. Yep, I did. So your 786 is like right here. So this would be a Gartley. So we had the crab pattern that played out. We extended to the 1618 right here at 224, called the top on that. Now, if this holds, we could probably potentially come up like this and touch the top of this channel. So it would look like something like, probably like this, because you'd want to line it up with the channel. So that would be in February. So if we do get a pump, 228 in February is kind of what I'd be looking for. If we really want to break it down, we can check some fib circles. High to low. Let me adjust this. Bottom to high right here. And that looks like it lines up with the fib circle too at that 786. And it looks like we lined up with the fib here too that we're finding support on. That'd be interesting. And we're at a fib. Oh my god, we're touching it perfectly almost. Look at this. It's a lot on my chart right now, guys, but trust me, I know what I'm looking at. Yeah, look at that though. Came up and we're touching it. Finding some resistance. So maybe we do get something like that. break out. Maybe test this area again, another fib channel, then we break out and we go up. Let's see what happens here. Be interesting to see how this plays out now that you guys see me chart it on stream. But yeah, you would want to get on top of this area again. You'd have to find support above that. Did I not have that lined up correctly? Looks like we're breaking out of it actually already. Okay, yeah, that wasn't lined up. Oh well. But I mean, yeah, it still lines up perfect with the top of the channel and the harmonic right at the same area. So that would be nice. And you'd be looking for in this date range. This would be the range that you'd be looking to hit this in. Right around this area. If this plays out, you can kind of predict how it would play out. So about a 42-day range you'd be looking to hit this, and then you would get out, you would short, and you have all this resistance over here too. So if you look at the daily, you can tell it's a big resistance area. It's an order block right here, as Trader Main would say. So we're gonna see what happens here. I might take a stab if we touch this trend line again. But yeah, that would be the bullish case into the bearish case. So the bullish case would be to go up here to figure out. We're gonna see how price reacts here. If we drop below this, it's over. We wait, we buy back lower. But if we hold the channel, you would see a push to the top of this channel, hopefully, and then this is where you'd get out. You'd look for shorts or just get out and wait. And we have a hidden bullish divergence, pretty much right down here. I know on the 12-hour you can probably see it a little bit better. Let me go to, do I have a clean chart? Oh, this is the... Damn, so can I not chart on FTX anymore? Are all the FTX charts gonna be gone? Here it looks like we're dropping below actually and retesting its resistance. Did I just show that on the other? See? That looks a little different. No, that's definitely holding it. I guess you could say, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's holding it. Because if you tilt it up, I don't think you don't have these touching. Maybe if you drop it down, you do. So this might be the legit way. That might be it right there, actually. We might be testing its resistance. Either way, let's watch it. below that line's invalidation no matter what, so that's what you want to watch for. But that might be a little biased. This is probably it. And this thing can still play out. If we broke out and then went back into the channel, even if we came down here, this would still be a legit harmonic. That would still be where you want to take profit. I bet you ZIL came down to my target. Look at that. 1414. Fuck you, Chad. One of my buddies was telling me that we're not going down here. Guess what we did? $1618 is the final number. But the 1414 is hit, and it is hit spot on. Right at top of that. Oh ho ho. I gotta post this to my buddies. They'll like this one. Dude, these are getting into my accumulation zone like crazy. Oh shit, what did CZ tweet? I never thought I'd trust Justin Sun more than SBF, but here we are. Fucking CZ and fucking Vitalik are just talking like nothing happened. Just like, fuck you, Sam, you're out. You deep state lib. You guys like the white or the gray? You like the gray? I can't tell if I ever like the gray or if I don't. pink. Better than the white? I kind of miss the old black charts too. Dude, mask can send. The shit can send, bro. Ay, 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 Rose. What you doing, fam? Just move the trend line until it fits your bias, right? Nah, but realistically, I mean, this thing still doesn't look bad. Yeah, it took a fucking hit. It did, but you stayed above this. You tested this. Still support. Still doesn't look terrible. Rune to $1. Ew, Samo. That's fine. This shit can literally go to the 1414 and still be legit. This one won't be, but the cipher will be. Negative. Is it 0.003? Dude. Fucking Sol's dead though. Rip. Yeah, I'm accumulating Rose now. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. nasty. Right at the 886. That was the bid. Nailed it perfectly. Motherfuckers. I figured we'd get at least some type of bounce off of the lows here. If anything, I like mask here probably the most. Yeah, it bounced off the weekly level is what it did. Right at this weekly. Yeah, I'm gonna run some spot. Holy shit. Dude, homeboy was right. I think he showed me a shark on this. I'm not even kidding. Where did he do it at, though? I think he did it here. Eight, six. Yeah. See, he went way too far with this though. So 618, not bad. He had it down here, and he had it up to here. Where do you have the B? Here? It's just not. That was ugly. That's not how you do it. It was good because he found the 618. And he found the 618, but it's not a harmonic pattern. You can literally just go high to low here. I honestly don't even know how he got it. Here's the resistance on Matic. it's possible. A lot of things are starting to look a lot better. I mean, I think start buying spot and just slowly start buying spot is the way to go right now. Not financial advice. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off.